Hey guys, Brandon Woolum hanging out in Nashville today with Matt Cooper. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Great. So, everything's streaming well, the social following's great, and yet some people watching this may still not know the Matt Cooper story because a lot of this success is coming in the secular world. So first, let's get the Matt Cooper story.
Yeah, man. The Cliff Notes version is I'm just a normal guy from Jacksonville, Florida. Grew up playing baseball. That was like a big thing for me. I got into music around middle school after I was watching my mom play heart and soul and piano one Christmas, and started learning music and also got really good at baseball at the same time. And so I ended up going to college and playing baseball there. And I thought that was going to be it. I thought I was going to be a baseball player. Ended up getting cut. And I was like, all right, now what? And I ended up getting back into music, started putting stuff out online, and now we're sitting here today. So
Yeah.
that's the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, there's a single out there impacting radio right now that's doing very well. A song that's been a part of your life for a good little bit now, but it's kind of getting a new birth with the radio stations jumping on board. Highs and lows, you played an acoustic version in here today. There's also an acoustic version streaming out there. Tell us a little bit about this very personal song to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. It's a super special song to me because it's actually a true story. I I ended up losing my mom 2 years ago, and it wrecked me. You know, nobody really teaches you about grief or how to deal with that. But I was offered this therapy class, and I did not want to go, but I was sad and I didn't know what else to do. So I walked into this therapy class, and this is a true story. This guy stands up and he says, "Hey, my name is so-and-so." And he says, "I get high all the time when I feel low. I've done drugs from A to Z, and the Lord's been good ever since." And I was like, that sounds like a country song right there. And I got to talk with him that night. He shared his story of what brought him in, and I shared mine. And I went home at 2 a.m., wrote the song Highs and Lows, and now it's on country radio, which is so fun. So yeah.
Yeah, just recently put out the acoustic version. How was stripping that down? And it brings a whole nother emotional side to that song. You can really dig in and hear the lyrics.
Yeah, I originally had no intentions of doing an acoustic version because I was like, it's already kind of an acoustic thing, but we thought it'd be cool. And so, yeah, I ended up just kind of stripping everything and just doing acoustic and vocals. The cool thing about Highs and Lows is that, like, you hear it a lot on the acoustic. I love producing songs that make it sound like there's a choir or like just a bunch of people in a room singing together, very campfire-like. And you get that with the acoustic version really clearly, which is kind of sick. So, yeah, it's a new version that I don't think people hear with the produced version. So I hope people like it.
Yeah, and in here today, you did another acoustic song, Good God. Sounds like another very, very personal track that kind of shares your story. Talk about that song a little bit.
Yeah, that is the most special song I've had the privilege of writing. Before Mom passed, I started writing that song just to kind of deal with whatever I was feeling. And so I started writing it, and then just as she, honestly, just like as the cancer just kept taking over, I just kept writing more and more because it's just my way of trying to like figure out what the heck is going on. And then when she ended up passing, I finally had the words for verse 3, the last kind of verse of this song. And it says, "Good God, can you tell her I said hi, that Danny, David, Dad, my brother's my dad, are doing fine, and I'm staying strong." And so it's kind of like this sort of conclusion moment of everything that had happened, and it was the end of the song, and I knew after that verse, like, hey, this is it. Like, this is the final story of that song. So it was a song that took so long, but it's like my entire story of what I went through with Mom, and so that's why it's just so special to me. And I got to sing that at her funeral, which was kind of cool. So yeah.
I don't know how you do. I also lost my mom to cancer in my 20s. I could barely even like focus on what was going on at the funeral. So I can't imagine getting up there in front of people.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Is there any lessons that you took from like the grief counseling and stuff that you can share with somebody that maybe hasn't taken that step to talk to somebody that is dealing with this kind of grief?
Yeah, man, I think at the end of the day, most of these groups that you'll go to, they kind of say the same thing, man. It's like, dude, we're powerless over everything, man. And for me, growing up in a Christian household and leading worship and that being a big part of my life, you don't really understand that until you go through the lowest of lows. And so, man, a cool thing about those groups is just you walk in that group and you don't have to pretend who you are. Like, everybody is hurting, and everybody came in here with baggage, and you don't have to like put on a show being somebody you're not. So that's what it's taught me, man, is that like you walk in that room, bring it all, because God sees it all, and you are powerless and you have no control, and that is actually super beautiful, that I don't have to have control, and that there's somebody else that's actually working in my life for the good, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, these past few years, your platform just continues to grow with the radio success now growing even more. As your songwriting and taking this platform that you have, how do you balance that mainstream success and your faith?
Man, it's hard. I think at the end of the day, man, you have to build habits of putting God first. Jordan, you met recently, and he'll tell you the same thing. My Bible goes everywhere with me, no matter what city I'm in. I'm opening that thing on every plane ride, and not because like I just like have to do it and it's ritual and stuff like that, but man, I want to do it. And like I know that there's things out there that are going to try to beat me down. I mean, this work is exhausting, and there's a bunch of ego that can come up, and pride, and that's something that I'm like battling every day, man. And so I have to remind myself daily that this isn't me, man. This is something bigger than myself. And so, man, just making it a priority to you know, remind myself of the truth.
Yeah, you mentioned your brothers a little bit earlier. They're also artsy, and you guys have this dream of someday putting out a film where you each have a piece of the pie in that. Talk about that and what that ultimate dream is.
Yeah, that's the Cooper dream, man. So my brother Daniel, he studies film in college, and my brother David, he does acting. So the Cooper dream is that one day Daniel's going to direct a movie, and I will create a soundtrack for that film, and David will act in that film. And so we'll kind of, all of our worlds will collide. We were going to be the Jonas Brothers, but then Daniel didn't want to do the music thing. So Daniel, I can't believe you, man, but it's fine.
Is there maybe the chance of starting a little smaller, and maybe they do a music video for you where the acting is in the music video, and you obviously will have the music, and you can have another drip?
Yeah, I mean, Daniel has done a lot of my music videos out right now, but David hasn't actually done any of them, so maybe that's the next move.
Yeah. Country music and Christian music has kind of always came together. Seems like it's coming together even more now. How do you see that songwriting style of people incorporating their faith in country music right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been kind of a blend, man. I mean, I look at people like, I think Jordan Davis does it well. Even Jelly Roll's doing it with like Brandon Lake and Wilson. I mean, I just think there's a world that both of that collides. And I think with my own music, man, that's a goal of mine. That's a mission of mine. It's like, even if I'm not directly saying the word Jesus or God in my songs, I want some sort of faith message, and even if it's just one line that I know, because that's just super important to me. That's something that I really value. So I think that's where music is headed. I think people want like authenticity. They want like truth, man. They don't, you know, I love the beer, country, drinking songs, but I think people nowadays are looking for something a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah, as Highs and Lows continues to gain all this traction on radio, you've already got another single that just came out. Talk about a Real Fast Car.
Yeah, that one's fun. The story behind that one is I actually wrote Real Fast Car on a plane. So I wrote Real Fast Car on a real fast plane. And the melody just kind of came to me one flight, and I just started humming it on my voice memos, and then went home and started producing something. But man, I wrote that song with a buddy of mine, Kyle Cruz, and honestly, it was just one of those songs where I just wanted to make something fun. Like, a lot of my stuff is so singer-songwriter, kind of sad, and just like what I went through. But I was like, man, let's have a fun one where like we can play one live and everybody can just get, you know, excited about it, and it'd be fun. So we wrote this song, and I ended up co-producing with Kyle Cruz, and it's fun, man. We love playing it live, and the background vocals and just all of the production was so sick. There's a sound of a race car going around the track in the track.
Wow.
That nobody hears, but one day maybe I'll like dissect the track and show it to people. But that was like, just like the production of that one was so cool. So
yeah, that's awesome. Right now, you've been traveling the country. You're technically on a tour, but it's a tour that most people don't get to see because you're going radio station, meeting and greeting all the program directors of the world. When will there be a chance that we get you out there on the road doing an actual tour that people get to go to your shows?
Yeah, man. I mean, we have big things planned next year. We don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet, but man, hopefully next year we'll start getting out on some shows, maybe some support stuff, and doing it that way.
Yeah, all right. We'll while we wait for that, go check out the streaming services, Highs and Lows and Good God. They're both streaming everywhere now, and you can go over to GodTube and get an exclusive acoustic performance of both those tracks.